Really?
Mark's doing better than I am.
I think we went to the rich district.
Okay.
Why not?
Usually they have their own window washers.
Do you? Okay.
But he got 3 like that. Robbie, my brother Robbie didn't get in.
Wow.
And then Timmy. Grace.
Father in heaven, we ask you to bless all of us here present, bless our evening, bless the food we're about to eat, and we ask these blessings through Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord. Amen.
No, I didn't. We have to serve the church.
What are you doing? Are you taking movies now?
All right, I'll serve it. I did everything
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Eugene said you were going to serve dinner. I did everything else.
Deja vu. I remember something like this happening once before.
I ain't bought these that day.
You're good at that. You're good at organizing.
Are we
Tom, you should. That's the show looking for.
Yeah.
You didn't go around doing banquets.
In the plaza again. Which one?
Yeah, here, I should do that.
You do. That's
Up to second, and Lightning is the winner. 8 times in a row we watched it.
9 times.
And the 9th time I got sick. I said, the hell with
Can you
it.
believe this?
And Lightning came in first last night.
You want to bet on him? How much do you want to bet on him? How much would you like to bet?
I'll have to check my paper.
You want to bet on him Lightning?
And Lightning died.
Oh, I was there.
We were there. I'm sure. I saw it.
How much do you want to bet?
You owe me a first place picture anyway.
I
It was
got,
your fault.
I got 2.
You know, I...
I'd like to introduce the players now and the program for it. Wes Williams, Mark Sutton, Rod, where's Wes? Mohan, Brown and Joe. Did Andy make it? Andy make it? All right. Charlie Farrell. Ron Lentz. Ron Lentz. Sal Mariano. Craig. Kyle Chin. Ramiro Grande. Andy Front. Brett Connor. Mike Burley. Rob Cicerella. Tom Vasecki. Dave Gillespie. Mark Scott. Your brother here? Eugene Guzman.
his name again. Kevin? Annette Bouchard. He's the real reason why we won this year. I think we're having a big fight.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'd like to also invite two ex-players of mine that unfortunately just missed by 1 year sharing in this. Danny Kolenko, who was please come up and join us, and Greg Scott.
They're hiding behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first championship team that Senator O'Connor's ever had. And I think these kids really deserve a great round of applause, along with their coach.
Don, you didn't have to get in the picture.
Camera hot.
To Mrs. Tedesco. I'm not sure if... I would especially like to thank at this time Mr. McCallum and Mr. Krusha, who are really directly responsible for this whole evening. And I'd like to deeply thank them for their generosity. It's just overwhelming, and it's very, very much appreciated by all of us. I'd like to thank you very much. But at the same time, it's a little very emotional in a way, because some of these players and myself have worked together for up to 3 years for some of us, and this will probably undoubtedly be the last time we see each other in such a setting. And I just want to say sorry, Kate. This was very gratifying. It was a very gratifying year. Not only our record speaks for itself. We were undefeated, and I think that things that I'll remember for as long as I'm around is And apologies to Father McLean, but we really, on 2 occasions, beat St. Mike's in 1 year, which is a great occasion and a great thrill. There's 2 other players up here that played with me in previous seasons that came so close, and I thought that in respect to their efforts, maybe compare the 2 teams are very, very similar. I think the only difference really this year over our semifinals team from the year before was perhaps we had a little more bench strength this year, and I remember last year we lost the semifinals against, that won't be long, I don't get a chance to speak very often. When we had an excellent team 2 years ago, we went in and played Michael Power, and I think on 1 play we lost 3 players on a punt return, and we just ran into a lot of bad luck, and I think there was a lot of tension. Rohan mentioned earlier at the beginning of the year, he said that I'm really having fun this year, but I know it's a lot more pressure than usual because we were really expected to win. I think we expected to win it ourselves. And like coaches don't really win championships. I know I'm going to come up with some cliches here, but coaches don't win championships, players do. And I think Brett Connors summarized it probably more accurately than anybody. He said in the first week of practice, I remember he came in to see Danny and I after practice, said, listen, we should have a good year if you 2 guys live up to your expectations. And I think there's a lot of but again, on behalf of the coaches, Danny and I, we'd both like to thank you guys. Tremendous year. It's a real pleasure to work with you guys, and for an old fellow like myself, it'll be a thrill I'll always remember. And thank you very much. Thank you. Coach Bertolo has been begging me all night to say a few things, so I'm going to show his expression.
As an assistant, I feel that I should have a speech prepared here tonight, but a few words that I want to say is, first, I want to thank the parents that have provided us with this opportunity to meet, and Bob McLean for the hall. And what I wanted to say to the players is that it was a wonderful season. I thought it was an honor to be associated with them. On the football field, they demonstrated character, and a lot of times also sportsmanship. And it came through in the way they conducted themselves on the football field. I found that some of these players have an exceptional talent, not just for athletics, but also for being associated with other members of their team. So I didn't have anything prepared, but I would say to you, thank you very much for a wonderful season.
I knew we couldn't keep quiet. It's like I said, I have to rush shoes, but my feet wouldn't fit into it. And just like to re-thank Mr. Callum and Mr. Krusha, because they really didn't have to do this, and you can tell they went out of their way. They had a lot of planning and really turned out well. And this probably will be the last time we're all here together, so I'd just like to thank them again for our also have a list of sponsors without which this wouldn't be possible. And as you can tell, it was really great. So first of all, I'd like to thank Father McLean. Okay, I'd like to thank also June's Flower Shop, Dominion Securities, Knobville Farms, Sherman Mills, Joe Vidali from the Brunswick House, Future Building Supply, Adams Garage Store, and Mr. either Don or Dan Gillespie. behalf of everyone here, I'm not sure if you'll accept it, but we have a card of appreciation for sponsors. So if anyone sponsors would like to come up and receive this, or
Eugene, you did everything.
all right, I don't sponsor this. Thanks a lot. Thanks again for sponsoring. Sign that card. Like everything was really nice, the food was really good, and it wouldn't have been possible without the sponsors. So thanks again. Like it was a real great year, and no, I got another everything.
I'm on a roll now.
Like the Academy Award. But really,
This is so cute.
but just the final game, like you wouldn't really be able to notice it on the stands, I guess. But we're really well prepared, and the other team really was no coach. If you talk to any of the players, it's not happened all year. That our success was really our coaching, and it was a great year. And like even if we won't watch that game,
Smarty.
it's still been very fulfilling and rewarding, and I just like to
Thank my mother and my
I just like to thank Mr. Haynes,
so
Mr.
cute.
Dolo, and presenting the target. I guess and I'd just like to say thanks again, Mr. Kusha. My mom. 1984 was Toronto's 75th, I can never pronounce this word correctly. And we received each and every player received a certificate, and I brought them tonight, and didn't hand them out individually, but they're on the table back, and we'll something you can remember. And, okay, thank you again very much.
I feel like cooler now. So you can break.
That's right. No, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, he did all the work.
Are you taking pictures now? Right? Is that thing ever like on all the time? Goes all the time.
He said, I'll be at the hall.
Get down to the I have one outfit. I have one of these. Finally, I got some. I was having two of these and one of those, and now like they're like cigars to me. Honey, it just takes. Oh really? Yeah, like you had. You know, I'd like to go down even further to some of those other ones that are lighter. Yeah, hernia. Yeah.
It's funny, though, these are the only brand of cigarettes I really do.
Yeah, don't want to start though. But I was coughing. Yeah, and then I switched to these because now I'm supposed to be
These a revelation while we had this night. Mike McCallum and Gene Kusha and myself all went to St. Mike's.
Tell her.
We didn't make the team, and our anger persisted, and our resentment against St. Mike's persisted. We're damn glad that you beat them. You have power to celebrate your victory, to kill our resentment. No, congratulations. It's quite a thing. Quite a thing for the parish, too. Have our local high school winning such a championship, beating such a team. I was talking to your coaches at the table there.
Each kid individual.
Tell me, trying to tell me the philosophy of football. Find out about the fundamentals of football. I got a little story. It's a bit of a joke.
Better be.
Vince Lombardi, you ever hear of
I
Vince
knew he was
Lombardi?
going to say that. I knew he was going to quote Vince. I knew
Green
he-
Bay Packers.
Yay.
No?
Sure.
Way back, that great team won all the games all the time. And the team played a terrible, terrible game. And Vince got mad. He got very, 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 very mad. So he got all the team in the dressing room. He said, now listen, boys, we're going right back to basics.
He heard that.
Kept coming back to try to get it right once again. Offensive guard, outside linebacker, tremendous football player, Vero front. Little baby brother Randy Fronda, who first year in senior football, he was a little green at the end of the year, but before half the season was through, he earned himself starting position at outside linebacker. He had a slight injury, but he played very well last year, and we're expecting great things of him next year. Randy Fronda. This player was also his first year in senior football, and he played very well for us. He played slot back, he was running back, and of course he had a slight back problem this year, but hopefully he will be back next year. We're counting very heavily on him. Charlie Carrera. Economics major. I guess you're wondering who I'm talking about. Excellent football player, TDCA All-Star, defense halfback. He quarterback for us last year. His punt return were fantastic. He gave us a good field position. He made perhaps one of the key plays in the first game against St. Mike's to intercept that pass and back for a touchdown. Good party. Probably one of the, like I mentioned this before when I introduced the team at the school, I sincerely meant every word of it. I said he's one of the best football players in Toronto and one of the best players to ever play for Central Toronto. He made All-Star games for the second year in a row, and I don't think there's anybody in the league that's prepared him in that position. At cornerback, no hand up. Rob and I go to the same tailor. He really typified many players on the team. He's very unselfish. He started defensive halfback this year. Towards the end of the year, we moved him to outside linebacker. He gave 100% every time he was on the field, and he was a little upset. I remember last year. Next player is a first-year player from our team. He said he only wanted to play ball last year just to maybe get the feel of it. He expected to maybe play a little bit more in the upcoming years, but Craig Darlington, did very well. This next player is very special to both Danny and I personally. Every team, they talk about the winning spirit and the attitude. And I don't think I've ever coached a player in my 14 years of coaching that's ever tried, ever wanted to win as badly as this next player. And personally, it's going to bother me that I won't be playing for me next year. And I've enjoyed the last few years very much. He was All-Star the last 2 years. 2 years ago, he was All-Star inside linebacker. And final year last year, he was injured off and on most of the season. He was still promoted again by the rest of the league as the All-Star tight end, Eugene Kusha. 3 years, and 2 of the 3 years he made the All-Star team. Again, it's, I was going to say something, but it's, I wouldn't say that. He has promised me to some lake trout, and he hasn't filled his order yet. He's made All-Star guard for 2 of the last 2 years, played defensive tackle for us, and he's one of the premier ball players on our team. Bob Cicero. I guess if there was a baby Huey in our football team, I don't, big giant, and we did our best to make him as ugly as we could, and especially when we were playing St. Michael's, and he rose to the occasion for us. And last year he was finally recognized by the rest of the league, and he made the All-Star team, the defensive tackle. I'm very sorry to see him go next year. He's going to be a tremendous loss to the team. Mike Ridley. Quite often we were described as here as having a very big, powerful team. Our offensive line was, some teams said that we were just huge. But we had an offensive center last year that weighed, I think, 152 to 155 pounds. And play in, each and every play, he was downfield blocking 15 yards downfield. We have the films to prove it. One of the most underrated players on the team. Played, had an excellent year this year and his last year. Kyle Chin. Person right here. I think in North America, I think 4 coaches in the last 2 or 3 years have faced with a unique problem. That is with females showing up for the football team. And that happened to me. I just said, no, this can't be. So I'm not ready for this, liberated as I am. Actually, Annette Picard proved to be a very positive asset to the team this year. She kept statistics for us, and internal lineman, an old saying by Vince Lombardi father, when going gets tough, the tough get going, and anytime we found we're in a tough situation, we called on Tom Vasecki. The defensive halfback for us, wide receiver, he was safety on some of our specialty teams, and he's a young player. He has, I believe, 2 years left to go for us, I hope. And it's my pleasure to introduce Wes Williams. This year's senior ball, he We reported a little late to camp, right? Thank you. And however, it didn't take him long to make his presence known, and we wound up changing our whole offense. We put him in. We started here with a tight end and slot back, and two tight ends. We saw that game against back. We hit so hard, and we expect great things from him in the future. Mark Scott. It's 2 years of playing football for O'Connor, and his first year, I think his main goal was to make the team, and he did, and he was one player that, wasn't blessed with a lot of ability in his first year, and so what he did was he went out and worked at it. He worked at it during the summer, and he reported for his second year, and he wound up started defensive backs, and he also played wide receiver, and this year was nominated as the most improved player in the football team. That's Dave O'Connor. So the other two are not here today. The player to meet today was tonight as probably he was voted the most valuable player, offensive player in our football team this year, but probably could have just as easily been voted the most valuable defensive player. Played 60 minutes of football, carried the ball on average over 20 times a game, and when he wasn't doing that, he was playing inside linebacker defense, and usually playing either one of those positions is enough, but this player just didn't want to leave the field, and he worked so hard at it. It was so serious and so intense. He just his influence was felt throughout the team. I think. If there are any questions, it's a real pleasure to introduce this year's most valuable player in offense, and I think he was voted the most valuable player in Ontario, in Toronto, I should say, by CFPO back in October, and. I could go on and on, but I'm tripping here. But it's a pleasure to be introduced now, Mike McCallum. This is really and truly embarrassing. I'll be right, Mark. Yeah, I like the last of the sons. There's both Danny and Mark, as the older brothers played, and Mark's the last one. But defensive halfback, wide receiver, Mark Sutton.
Those numbers are 10 to 10. Hi, Mom. You've always wanted to see me on TV, Mom.
Wait, this food was so delicious. This is beautiful. I love this. Here. Okay, that's enough. Dog's moving around from table to table. That was absolutely hysterical when you missed it. Seriously? What'd you say?
Hey, Mike. Tell them.
Mom, I hope your battery runs out. My last way back in Harlem. Well, I dedicated my life to God and football. And since then, I've ate nothing but spinach and through the grace of God and Vince Lombardi, the witness here, and I'd like to say hi to my mom and my Aunt Irma, and I'd like to do a little dance now. No more. I'm not the illegal immigrant.
Tell a joke, Brent. Tell a joke.
Come on.
Kind of fight against Mr. Bell and everybody else just broke spring training.
Smile.
I think last week was especially good, Father.
No, I'm
Hello, my mother in Toronto and my uncle in Mom.
The beer. Father? Oh, he is the father.
Come on, guys.
You're gonna stop wailing now. Once you stop wailing, you're gonna just be a Tums for the tummy kind of guy. I think Father McLean summed it up best.
Hey, take care. Hey, these guys got on alright. Yes.